I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.
Under the bright blue skies that stretched over Motorland Aragon, the atmosphere at the circuit was filled with an unparalleled energy on August 31, 2024. Thousands of fans from all over the world crowded into the stands, wearing their favorite team shirts and clutching colorful banners. They cheered, shouted, and felt the vibrations of enthusiasm that spread throughout the circuit. This excitement is a sign that today will be an unforgettable moment in MotoGP history. Amidst the excited crowd, there was one name that was talked about more than any other: Marc Marquez. After a few years of challenging ups and downs, Marquez has returned to winning ways with a burning passion and determination. Today, he prepares for a race that will be a huge test of his skills at the notoriously technical and demanding Aragon circuit. All eyes were on him, hoping he could show that he still had the ability and competitiveness to lead the field. As the red lights on the race grid came on and the tension crept into every corner of the circuit, Marquez was at the center of attention. With his face focused and the bike ready to go, he knew that this was a crucial moment to prove his worth. The fans, who had been waiting expectantly, were ready to witness the action that would form a new chapter in motorcycle racing history. When the red lights went out and the race began with a majestic burst of speed, Marquez shot forward at an impressive pace, ready to take on every challenge that lay ahead of him. Today is a day full of hope and enthusiasm, where every lap and every second will be part of a story that will be remembered by all MotoGP fans around the world. Here's the full news. On August 31, 2024, the atmosphere at Motorland Aragon is very different from a typical day. The circuit, famous for the beauty of its natural surroundings and its technical challenges, was filled that day with thousands of MotoGP fans who had come from all over the world. They gathered, wearing their favorite team shirts and holding banners bearing the names of their favorite riders. The sound of warmed-up engines boomed out, adding to the excitement in the air. Amidst all the noise, there was one name that drew more attention than any other: Marc Marquez. After several years of setbacks, both from injury and from the increasingly tough competition, Marquez returned to victory lane with an incredible performance. And now, at the characterful Aragon circuit, he is ready to show that he is still one of the best riders in the world. As one of the most experienced and celebrated riders in MotoGP history, Marquez has come through many challenges and victories. But on this day, there was something different. There was a strong desire within him to prove that he still has what it takes to rule the track, and Aragon was the perfect place to show all that. When the red lights on the race grid came on, the tension on the circuit was palpable. Every rider was in the starting position, focused and ready for the challenge. Marquez, with his vast experience and proven skills, looked calm and ready. The camera spotlight focused on him, and the entire MotoGP world waited with bated breath. As the red light went out and the green light came on, the race began with a burst of speed. Marquez, with his quick reflexes and impressive acceleration, immediately took the lead. He utilized every inch of the track to gain the advantage. Within seconds, he was at the front, leading the rivals who were desperately trying to catch him. Motorland Aragon is a circuit with many technical challenges, sharp corners, elevation variations, and straightaways that test speed. Marquez showed his skill in dealing with all of them. Every time he entered a corner, he did so with near-perfect precision. His rivals, including big names like Fabio Quartararo, Francesco Bagnaia, and Enea Bastianini, tried hard to catch up, but Marquez seemed to have found a rhythm that was very difficult to break. In the early laps, Marquez had already created a sizable gap between himself and the riders behind him. He not only utilized the speed of his bike, but also used a smart racing strategy. In every corner, he chose the optimal racing line, minimizing friction and maintaining maximum speed. His technique and racing strategy made it difficult to get close to him. In the early laps, Marquez had already created a sizable gap between himself and the riders behind him. He not only utilized the speed of his bike, but also used a smart racing strategy. In every corner, he chose the optimal racing line, minimizing friction and maintaining maximum speed. His technique and racing strategy made it difficult to get close to him. As the race entered the middle, Marquez continued to increase the gap between himself and his rivals. With every lap, he dominated more and more. The spectators in the stands could not contain their cheers, mesmerized by Marquez's impressive skills and speed. Behind him, the competition between the other riders was heating up, but none could threaten Marquez's position. On the final lap, the atmosphere on the circuit reached its peak. Marquez rode at a blistering pace, leaving his rivals far behind. The cheers from the grandstands intensified, as if the whole circuit was united in celebrating this historic moment. Marquez crossed the finish line in stunning style, and the whole circuit erupted in joy. The final results showed that Marc Marquez had taken a very meaningful victory in the sprint race at Aragon 2024. With his bike parked in the podium area, Marquez took off his helmet and smiled broadly. This victory is not only the result of speed and skill, but also of unwavering determination and passion. He knew that this was a great achievement that proved his return to form. On the podium, Marquez stood amidst the cheers of his fans and colleagues. He lifted the shining trophy proudly, surrounded by his teammates hugging and cheering. The fans, who have been faithful supporters, celebrated this victory with gusto. It's a moment of pride, not just for Marquez, but also for the entire team that has worked so hard to get to this point. As the sun set over the Aragon horizon, the circuit witnessed a day of color and excitement. Marquez's victory at Aragon 2024 was not just about one race, but about the long journey that brought him back to the top. It was a symbol of perseverance, hard work, and an undying fighting spirit. It will always be remembered as the day when Marc Marquez wrote a new chapter in MotoGP history, leaving a deep mark in the hearts of the fans and in the world of motorcycle racing as a whole.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Got some egos to the face, baby I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.